afternoon, and good evening. My name is Sir Meerkat, and welcome back to the Moto Meerkat channel. And welcome to another episode of the ChatterBox podcast. Now, in our last episode, we spoke to Teo Pourchaire, all about his move up to Formula 2 for 2021 at only the age of 17. It was an incredible chat. If you haven't seen that, I would highly recommend going and watching it. But of course, only after today's episode, because today is going to be a good one. I can feel it. I can feel it. Today, we're kind of moving away from motorsport drivers and going back to content creation. Now, a lot of the people that we've spoken to on the podcast before around content creation usually are making stuff over YouTube. Now, our guest today does do some YouTube stuff, but mainly he's focusing on his Instagram. Now, his first post on Instagram was on December the 16th, 2016. And since then, he's gained over 190,000 followers, which is insane. He's closing in on 200,000. So if you haven't followed him already, make sure you do so. Link in the description. But please welcome Efe, or as most of you will know him, F1 Addict. How are you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, glad to be here for the second time.
Yeah. We're not mentioning that. Basically, okay, to fill you guys in, we might have already recorded this once. Well, okay, no, we've already had this conversation once, but I didn't record it. So that's why we're having to sit down again. But yeah, big up F1 Addict for agreeing to come on again, even though I wasted like an hour of his time. So I apologize about that, mate.
It's all
hopefully the conversation, I'm sure, will be just as hilarious today, just as banterous. But mate, it's great to finally sit down with you and chat with you, as we've kind of been online buddies for a little bit of time now. If you guys didn't know, F1 Addict is the one that makes my kind of standard thumbnail. So he's been a massive help to me there. His graphic design skills are second to none. So he's been such a help. But in case people don't know exactly who you are, I know that would be quite surprising in an F1 space, but could you tell them kind of what you do online on social media?
I do just content creation on Instagram with just like graphic, mainly on graphic design. I design helmets, but like I design helmets on my free time, so you won't see it all the time on my Instagram. But I do 3D animations on there, just basically general motorsport content on mainly Instagram. And,
gotcha.
And Twitter as well. But
why? So what was it that made you start doing graphic design then? Was it helmet kind of designing just in your spare time?
Yeah, it was. I've been always like interested in like the idea of photoshopping something to somewhere. When I was like younger, I was trying to Photoshop myself into places. Just I don't know. I have no idea why.
Any examples?
But yeah, Eiffel Tower.
Nice.
Yeah, but it wasn't realistic at all. But
okay.
Yeah. I went to Paris once, but I was sad that I didn't get a proper photo in front of that. So I was like, let me try it. But
exactly. Yeah. But
it didn't work.
Well, with your technological skills, you don't even have to go there now. Yeah, you can just Photoshop yourself in. Perfect.
Yeah, like the Instagram influence.
Exactly. It's an incredible Instagram. So you can Photoshop yourself into any Grand Prix now. It'll be perfect. You can just pretend. Well, especially over COVID now, we can't go to anything.
I'm glad that I don't need to now.
Yeah. No, that's exactly. But so yeah, you got into graphic design and you made this Instagram account. Why did you decide to go with Instagram over any other platform? As I said, a lot of the people we've spoken to before have mainly done YouTube videos, and there's a lot of people such as, say, Tomo. Tomo's pretty into graphic design, and he decided to go for the YouTube side of sort of video making graphic design. Why did you decide on Instagram would be your kind of forte?
I started actually on YouTube, but I was just posting. I didn't know the concept of copyright, I guess. Like I just posted, like my first video was Rosberg Hamilton crash compilation. I just like included like Belgium 2014, Austria 2016. I just like put it together in like 5 minutes, straight uploaded, and then there was some notification that it got claimed. Then I learned the concept of copyright, and then I run with the YouTube channel for a while, but yeah, obviously it didn't work. So I learned what that concept is, and then I was like 14 when I started Instagram. So my English is not my main language. So when I was 14, I can't I can put together a sentence, but not as good as I am right now, and I can't like express myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with Instagram, and then it took off from there, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it definitely has. Yeah, now anyway. But yeah, as you say, started off the Instagram, and I haven't got it on me currently as of now. But if you guys are able to scroll back through the thousands of posts to get back to the first one, you'll notice he started off very humble. Yeah, it was a photo at the Grand Prix escapes me now, but a photo with your little logo in the corner. But you've certainly gone on leaps and bounds from that one. What made you end up? Yeah, because you said you started out with the YouTube stuff, and the copyright didn't quite go so well. What made you decide to post that first photo, and why specifically that photo? Was it just something that made you think, I want to start this page, I want to start posting photos that I like and photoshopping things?
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one, but I think I was still doing YouTube, so I wanted to create like I wanted people to go from YouTube to Instagram and Instagram to YouTube. I just wanted to make it big, but and then after YouTube got shut down, and I was like, I have to create something original. And then I started like after Lewis's 2017 helmet competition, I downloaded Photoshop, and then went on from there. But still learning.
Downloaded and paid in full, I assume.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So
at that time, maybe I doubt it, but now it's
now, of course. Yeah. That's as long as you reactively bought it, then that's fine. That's fine. But I won't tell the police about you, mate. I'll keep it under wraps. It's fine.
It's all good.
But with the account, so you started posting stuff with the YouTube. You said you had the copyright issues. Did you actually have the channel taken down completely, or was it just kind of one of those strikes where they will just take the revenue?
I had I think I had 3 strikes, but no. I'm not sure. I think I was making a compilation of something, and then I had already 2 strikes, and I was an idiot to just found the same compilation and then cut some part out of the video. I didn't steal the whole video, but I just cut a certain part out, and then the person is rightfully so just shut down my account. But I agree with what he's done. I would have done it. I would have done the same as well. But I was 14 or something, so
exactly.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah, at that age, you don't really understand the kind of media space of copyright and that. So that's fair enough. But I mean, if that hadn't have happened, maybe you wouldn't have ended up making the Instagram. So swings and roundabouts. It all came good in the end. But so you made the Instagram 2016. Did you see it start to, because I'm assuming back then, obviously now in the kind of F1 social media space, there's absolutely loads of pages like doing F1 memes and graphic design and things like that. But back in 2016, I would imagine there wasn't as much. It wasn't really a huge amount. Would you say that the account immediately was gaining traction, or was it quite a slow burn and you were slowly kind of gaining in followers?
I wasn't doing graphic design in 16 either, so I started like doing proper graphic design like in the middle of or at the beginning of 2019, but I fully got like a theme on the account, like the gray theme you see. I don't know if the ones you follow me would like recognize. Yes. The gray theme started, I have it up here, 18th of May 2020, so just like a year from making the gray theme of it. I started to brand myself just recently, but it definitely benefited, and I didn't really get like a big blow up on YouTube. Instagram, I don't remember. I got like 1,000 followers in 2 days in a row in 2018, but other than that.
What was that for?
And like car launches in 2018. I was at school and doing some.
What happened with that? Because I remember first time we spoke, you went into a bit of detail on that story. How did that end up coming about with the putting out those posts and suddenly them kind of taking off?
Obviously teams announce when they're going to launch the car, so I had it all written down in my in the size of my books of the of the school. So I have like an allergy, but I kind of used it as to get out. The phones aren't allowed at school. I forgot to mention that
Oh,
in my
right.
school. So
Okay.
yeah, so I sneak. So when you come in, you have to drop it in a box. So when I come into the school, I didn't drop it. So, and then I was just waiting. And then when the time comes, I was like, my allergy is bad. Can I just go to the, I don't know, toilet or something? Can I just get fresh air? And then they let me. And then I post it, and then it takes off. And at that time, no one was doing like car comparisons and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, first one to do it. So it took off from there.
So an entrepreneur from a young age, clearly, there, mate. Yeah, sneaking
Really.
out of class to make the posts. That is cool. Yeah, but yeah, with the
shout out to my teachers.
Big shout out to the teachers. Hopefully, they can understand now that it was necessary at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you had that couple of thousand followers in a couple of days from those car launches. Was there any other specific moments where you had a post or a specific time that kind of went viral as such, or was it, as I say, slow, continued growth of just sort of getting better with your content and gaining more followers?
I had one more. I just remembered I didn't tell you about this in the first time we recorded this.
Okay.
I went to the German Grand Prix in 2018. So I just like 3-4 months ago, Carlos Sainz followed me on Instagram. So I was like, oh,
that's pretty cool.
I really like Carlos. So I created like a big banner, like you know how you like a flag, but like it's like thicker than flag.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Thicker than flag. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it says like Carlos the boss, and then it had like funny pictures, and it was like just like, you know, I sent him on Instagram holding this. I can send you like a screenshot of it if you want to.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I
was like, hey man, I'm coming to the German Grand Prix to see you and blah blah blah, and then he said, yeah, come find me. And I went to the pit lane walk on Thursday. I had like my banner. He took me in front of the garage. We had like a photo of it, the banner, and then he reposted the story. So that's why I got a couple thousand followers from that as well. But
yeah, I can imagine. But what did you say that was 2018? Who was he with? He was with Renault still then, wasn't he?
Renault, yeah.
Yeah, in 2018. That's what a cool experience. Yeah, but that's sick that he follows you as well. Is he the own? I'm assuming quite a few Formula One drivers probably follow you now.
No, don't think there's only Carlos, but there are
I thought there would have been more.
many F2 drivers now. Like,
oh yeah, I think the lower division guys, sort of Formula 2 and below, are kind of more involved, aren't they, on the social media side, like personally, rather than having like a brand. So I think that makes a bit more sense. But
in a couple of years, I'll have like 5-6 followers in F1. I'm assuming if they don't unfollow me,
I'm sure they won't. They can't.
I had the Real Madrid goalkeeper following me, but he unfollowed me recently.
Who's the Real Madrid goalkeeper? I know nothing about football, lad. Who's the Real Madrid goalkeeper?
Thibaut Courtois.
Okay.
He was in the
virtual Grand Prix, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped him a message in the first lockdown. He was very nice actually. We chatted like a bit.
Yeah.
If I can get it up. Let me see.
No, that's cool. That's sick. Yeah. Oh, so you just randomly dropped him a message? Damn.
Yeah,
that's sick. What a guy. What a guy, T-Bone.
Yeah, but he just unfollowed me. So.
Oh, that's so sad. I would hope put that down to maybe his management or something. We're just trying to deal with the number of people who's following.
I don't really mind. It's not the. I wasn't expecting him to follow me. It was nice of him. He doesn't have to. His job is something else.
Exactly. Yeah. No, we'll lead the hate train against Thibaut Courtois. F1 Addict versus Thibaut Courtois. YouTube boxing coming soon. F1 Addict versus.
He's tall. He's a bit taller than me. He's like 2 meters or something.
He is a little bit. Yeah, you might be a bit disadvantaged in that fight, mate. I can't lie. So maybe we should leave it for a little bit anyway. Before we get you trained up, get you ready.
Need to get more followers as well.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously having the Instagram has allowed you to do amazing things like that. But as you were posting, as you were getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you've got better at the graphic design, obviously. What would you say? Is it kind of more of a just keep doing things that you enjoy with it and trialing and erroring new stuff? Or are there any specific shortcuts, I guess, to getting good at Photoshop?
You just gotta, I guess, like, to cut it shortly, like you just gotta try. If you want to create content, just have a look at what works, what doesn't, because everyone has kind
That's their own
of
style.
different audiences. Like we do same content, but it kind of varies. Like if you're posting stats, you have a different audience than someone posting memes. So you just gotta like make your research and then find like styles that you like 10, 15, 20, and look at like the elements you like on them. Like that's maybe a way into developing your own style. And then don't just copy them, but try to put your twist on it and change it up so that it doesn't look like you copied that. Like it might be like a good style of creating your own thing, and then over time it will evolve into something very unique.
Exactly. Exactly. Because all creative stuff at the end of the day is just boring. In the creative field, it's very difficult to come up with something that's completely your own new idea, especially in like Formula One stuff. It's quite closed as a system, and it's quite difficult to be completely new around it. But yeah, as you say, you kind of just look at other people's, see what you like, what you don't like, and then as you start to create your stuff, it will become unique to you because of how you put your kind of personality into it and your followers engaging around it and doing things to kind of steer you in the direction that you want and they want with like how the content's going. So yeah, I agree with you there, mate. I agree with you. But
don't steal anything. Like
don't steal anything.
It's like the content creation, like
it.
F1 is like very oversaturated. Everyone's trying to do the same stuff.
Yeah.
The top guys, especially on like the news side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, especially, as you say, on the news side of people trying to be the first, not the best, which can then everything just gets so oversaturated. So yeah, if you keep to yourself and your like goals and things you want from it, then your authenticity of your content that you produce will shine through in the end, and people will understand that you're not just trying to go for a quick cash grab or whatever. So
you won't pass anyone if you just do the same thing. You just gotta like be different to get ahead of them.
Yeah, exactly. It can seem difficult when you begin with, especially to feel different because you feel like everyone's already so far ahead of you. But yeah, it all comes with time. But as you say, being different is very necessary in the F1 space. You've certainly got that with your account of the ideas and stuff you do. They're so diverse. So I've got written down here that you do stuff from redesigning modern liveries onto classic cars, onto like other cars as well, like karts and Indy cars and stuff. And then you also do things like listing Alonso's career stats or showing off like Michael Schumacher's helmets from each year and things like that. How do you come up with these fresh ideas for posts? And also, how do you manage to put out stuff that seems proper time consuming while it's still relevant in the kind of news cycle?
Yeah, the ideas come from, I guess, I don't really know, to be honest. Like, I think I look at other pages, see what I like.
Get influenced,
like but like by other pages, I mean I look at like basketball pages, even though I don't follow it. I just see what they do. Like every
kind of transfer.
Yeah, but I don't just like straight copy it. Like
obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, like if I find some engaging stuff, I just like, this in F1 version might be cool. And then with like the time management, I kind of struggle, but I got into like a new rhythm now. I wake up at 6 a.m., work until 9-10, and have like a 1 hour, 2 hour nap, and then work again. Like the 1-2 hour nap kind of like differentiates depending on my uni lessons, but Yeah, but that was like the most effective way to work. But it's proper time consuming. You have to sacrifice some times with friends and
your work ethic, I have to say to people out there, your work ethic is just insane. And that's completely shown by what you just said there, the fact that you would get up so early at 6. It's because you have stuff that has to go out that day, right? Isn't it? I'm assuming that's why you get up so early, and then you can make them before your clients need them or your patients.
Yeah, and I started working with motorsport.com recently. So
yes,
before that I was just like, yeah, I don't want to post today, so I won't. Or I wasn't feeling like posting something, but now I got.
No, it's not.
Now I got. Because I know they say me, FA, we need this graphic, or sometimes I say them, what do you think about this idea? But yeah, that helped. That made me very busy, but also helping to get into a bit of a planning schedule. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, definitely. And it gives you a bit more insight into kind of, obviously you're properly into the social media motorsport space anyway, but you are by yourself. So kind of getting that corporate look is quite nice as well. But yeah, I was going to ask you about motorsport.com anyway, of how that partnership came about and what exactly you do for motorsport.
Yeah. Do you know like Jess from like XWTF1?
Yes.
Member. Yeah. So she was, I don't know what her role is, but I guess she's like responsible for social media and stuff like that. I don't know like, what exactly she does, but yeah, she followed me at the beginning of the year, and then she was like kind of engaging on some posts, and I was recognizing like maybe just she sent a request on my personal as well. I was like, this is a bit immediate.
Yeah,
something might happen, but I don't want to. Yeah, and then COVID happened. No, the COVID happened. Then she followed me, but there was a virus, so I don't know. Then there was a lot going on in there as well, so I didn't really pay attention to it. And then after some months before the Turkish Grand Prix, I think she started. No, what was the Grand Prix where Hulkenberg replaced it for the second time? German Grand Prix.
Yes.
And the Eiffel Grand Prix. Yeah, she started engaging again, and basically asked for like a repost of my post on motorsport.com,
right?
Like a couple of posts, and she dropped like a message of like, "Hey, I've been planning to message you for a while now, blah blah blah, and can I repost this?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then I asked her, "What do you want to talk about?" And she ignored me for a week, and then said,
"Oh, ouch." I felt that.
Said, "Yeah, would you be up for a call?" And yes, she sent me like a email like this saying they kind of want to work with me, but yeah, just like this. And then we jumped on a call, and then we basically agreed that I would work as a freelance there because I go to uni and I have this. I have like, and I'm not in UK as well, so it's a bit.
Because they offered you full time, didn't they?
I don't know how much I can go into detail, but
there was like don't.
But I can. I'm not sure if there's like if there are any problems with me talking about it, but I'll just play it safe. There's like few different options, but there's like a full-time, part-time, a freelance, and then some other stuff as well, which might still happen, but I don't know, not in the short term. And I basically jumped on a call and agreed that the freelance option is like the best that can happen for both parties.
Yeah, especially at this point in time with COVID and everything. But yeah, so you signed up doing freelance work with them. So what is it exactly you need to do for them week in, week out? What is it in your contract?
I just create posts, not the news one, or I just like create kind of like my post, but not really. I don't know how to say, but I just
kind of
create
fit
posts
that new kind of style.
Yeah, we want to bring in like an identity on the account, like how you have I have like the gray and gold, like WTF1 has orange and black and white. Yeah, they have like black and yellow, but
yeah, that's what I would have said.
I'm now redesigning the templates to give it a bit more of an identity.
Very nice. Very nice, mate. I look forward to seeing that. But yeah, if you guys see anything on Motorsport that looks like some incredible graphic design, it was probably F8. So big up. If you ever see a post on motorsport.com that looks beautiful, go into the comments and type big up at F1 Addict, just so he knows how much you loved it. I'm sure I love that. I love that engagement anyway. So perfect for both parties. There you go.
I'm sure.
So yeah, honestly, mate, huge congrats to you for getting that job. That's awesome. And kind of getting your foot into the space. So then once you're done with the university, you got a lot of options to move in to do, which is sweet. But you were mentioning earlier, obviously you got the follow from Carlos, and you said you got a decent amount of sort of Formula 2, Formula 3 drivers following you as well. You managed to get your logo onto a Formula 3 car for 2020. How did you strike up this relationship with Lirim Zendelli? And can we see your logo on the Formula 2 car as well?
Yeah, we will.
Nice. Look forward to that.
I'm not sure if I don't know if I like.
Just tell us whatever you can, mate. It's fine.
Won't happen. But so basically, they are changing the livery this year, so we won't see the car, I think, until like before the season starts. So like pre-season, I don't think the logos are on the car, or it might be the old livery as well on MP. Right. So but we will have the logo on the F2 car and the visor in front of the helmet.
The visor strip as well.
Yeah, he has a new helmet coming up. So
no longer Iron Man.
No, it'll still be Iron Man.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It fitted in nicely with that helmet design anyway, so that should look good. But yeah, how did you become friends with him? How did this all happen that you managed to get your logo on his stuff?
I was visiting the German Grand Prix in 2018, as I said, and then I thought there was Formula 2 when I bought the tickets, but before I bought the tickets a year ago, so like 4 or 5 months before that, I just looked at the junior formulas that was there, and he was at German F4 at the time, so I decided to follow the series. So I just don't look at the cars just going around. I know the people who is wearing the championship, so I can get a bit more knowledge in there. And he was leading the championship at the time, so yeah, I looked at this I dropped him a follow before I went to the German Grand Prix, and I realized he was following me, and then we started talking, and then the relationship developed, I guess. And then in 2019 he moved up to F3, and then that was the time we decided to have the logo on the car. And
That's
then
awesome.
In the middle of the season, we also got a logo on the helmet, and then and now I'm very proud of him and that he went up to F2. Awesome. I'm trying my best to support him, to find sponsors, social media following, and I hope I help.
Yeah, no, I can definitely imagine you are, because I probably wouldn't know so much about him or be so interested in him if it wasn't for your page, certainly. So I think that kind of, you've got a nice little symbiotic relationship going on there, haven't you? So it's a good one. And he's been doing sick, actually on track, did awesomely in F3, hopefully does just as well this year in F2. And maybe in the future, we could see your logo on a Formula 1 car. That would be crazy.
You cut off.
Oh, did I cut out?
Am I here? Am I here?
Yeah, you're still here, mate. That's all good. All I said was that he's been doing so well. Hopefully he does as well in this year in Formula 2, and possibly we could see your logo on a Formula 1 car in the future.
Oh, I need some budget for that. I need some
That's
budget
true.
for that.
Maybe motorsport.com backing might help you there.
Oh, maybe they only support series. Like they support like Formula 4 or Formula Regional or something.
Yeah,
But they don't support individuals. But maybe we can make something happen.
So you never know, mate. You never know.
Yeah, he firstly needs to go up so I can think about it as well.
Yeah, if you got to count on him first, then you can start thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've got a great relationship with him, and obviously well involved with other drivers as well. When we were speaking last time, you did have a couple of interesting stories about meeting drivers to tell. Do you want to tell us about maybe this Pierre Gasly situation first?
Oh, yeah. I brought the hard.
You've got it.
Brought
with you.
some stuff to explain it a little bit better.
Got the props. I like it.
I was invited to the Bahrain 2019 Grand Prix. Shout out to Bahrain.
Big shout out.
Circuit. Yeah. And yeah, I was given this media pass.
Nice.
Yeah. And not the best person to give it to, but yeah.
Can we see all the way around the pass? Can we have a look at it?
Yeah, I was like, yep. This is just like a one-off media pass, and then there's me.
Oh damn. F1 Addict vlogger.
And
there he is, the famous vlogger.
And then and then I was so basically you have on Sunday people just line up on the grid with like the cars and stuff. Celebrities go there, some photographers, and then some journalists as well. So I was like, we were allowed to go on the pit lane during the regular time to just go up to the cars as well. You can just go up very close to cars. So I was like, I have a media pass, so I can go onto the grid. Just so perfect. Apparently there's like 2 security checks, not like security checks, but when you have like a regular paddock pass and like a paddock club pass, you can't go. So I thought that was that, but apparently you have to have next to the media, you have to have a grid badge on here. So when you put it on like that, you have to have like a grid thing written on there. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't know that, so I was just walking like past first security. It's not like a security. There's a guy just looks at your neck. So I didn't mind it. So if you were like aligned with like the garages, so there was Giovinazzi passing, there was Vettel passing, and then there's like a man with a whistle, and then he blows the whistle, and then you can go. So he blew the whistle, we went, and then there's another guy just waiting in between the grid, the actual circuit, and the pit lane. So he stopped me and then said, "You're not allowed to go on." I was like, "Why?" He said, "You have to have the..." I was like, "Oh, sorry." I turned my back, and there was Pierre Gasly coming at 80 kilometers an hour in front of me. He just slammed the brakes. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, no. Pierre, not too happy with you after that day, then? Not too happy with you?
Yeah, I dropped him a message saying sorry.
Okay. Did he reply?
Yeah, he see it? Double tapped on the message.
Oh, he liked it. Okay.
Heart.
Okay, at least that kind of means you've got some sort of
after some weeks though, he didn't have the best race. Maybe I'm the reason, but
maybe that was it. You're clearly the bad luck charm. Oh, mate. What a great story. That's frustrating that you couldn't get on the grid, but then there you go. You can now have in your Tinder bio, "I almost got run over by Pierre Gasly." So yeah, that's a pretty cool.
Oh, I kind of like wish that he crashed into me so I can make amazing content.
That would be the best thumbnail ever.
Yeah, like a Nico Rosberg title. I got hit by an F1 car. And then
really probably would. Yeah, you could have you edited with like your leg bent in the wrong direction, like Pierre Gasly killed me.
Yeah, probably he would have. Like
that'll be an absolute banger, mate. That would have got certified milli views.
Yeah, it looks very slow when you see it on TV. They're going quick. To the pit lane, but yeah, 80 kilometers an hour. It's not.
It's fast.
Yeah, it's slow for an F1 car, but when it's coming to you, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, it must have been a split second. Oh my god, don't hit me, please, Pierre.
Yeah.
But yeah, amazing story there with Pierre Gasly, but also one that we forgot to speak about the first time we recorded. You have an interesting story with Mr. Gunther Steiner as well, don't you?
Yeah, I went up to Pietro Fittipaldi. He was like testing there. He was about to test like after the Grand Prix when you have like tire tests of Pirelli.
Right.
So it was just walking around during the weekend. He was just chatting to everyone. So I made some graphics before. I just said hi. I was just like about to show like, hey man, I'm this guy. You remember? Yeah. I talked to him like he remembered. Oh, and then suddenly Günther Steiner came and I need to take him and he just I didn't. I was like, okay, and then I didn't really see him. Yeah, it was on Sunday as well, so I didn't. Yeah,
that's fair enough. Yeah. If Günther storms in going, do not speak to my fucking driver, then I mean you've got to be like,
you can't do anything.
Yeah, you've just got to apologise at that point. Love to see Günther. Hopefully, I think some content of Günther on your page would be sweet, mate. A little Günther interview or something. I need to get him on the podcast. That'll be an interesting one.
Definitely.
But mate, those stories amazing, mate. Incredible. Hopefully a lot more to come in the future if COVID clears up.
Yeah, I got a rich energy after that as well. Like after
nice.
He got me. I drank the God juice.
The God juice. Nice. I've got a pack of like 25 up there.
Yeah,
so
I saw it on.
I've got enough.
I saw it on Instagram.
So I'm good for it, mate.
Just like a regular energy drink. I'm not like a.
Oh, isn't it? It's so similar. Isn't it like £130 to ship it to anywhere but the UK? I've heard something like that. Like if you want to get it shipped to Turkey, it's like £100 or something. It's insane.
I just got it off from.
You got a free one,
like
so.
motorhome. They had like a mini fridge in front of the motorhome, so you didn't have to enter it. I just got it.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Free rich energy as well. Everyone should be jealous of that. The God juice.
William's story was there as well, but I didn't went in.
So sad. I've tried to call him.
I did.
I've tried to call him like 5 times the past week to ask about where his logo is on all these liveries, but he just keeps ignoring me. So nothing good yet.
Weren't you supposed to interview him? I can't speak.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to interview him. Yeah, that was a while ago now. That was over summer during the first lockdown, and we were meant to interview, and then he stood me up, and then we all reorganized again, and then he just didn't like say anything before, and then he's never answered my calls since. So
what do you mean he stood you up? What does that?
So I sat down already on the Zoom, and it got to the time he was supposed to be there, and he didn't arrive. And then still like 30 minutes later, he still didn't turn up. He just never turned up.
You got Williams.
I did. I really did. Well, we forget about him anyway. You're a much better podcast guest, sir. But that's where we're going to end the first half.
Like William's story, if you're watching, please come on. Like,
please. He's definitely watching this, obviously. He's
like,
a big
you can
fan.
sponsor my... You can sponsor my account as well. I have black and
You've
gold.
You've already got the black and gold, yeah.
Yeah. It's fitting. Like
it's match made in heaven.
Thing.
I don't think he's going to want to sponsor you after you just said it tastes like any energy drink. So he probably
it's the UK's premium best energy drink.
The UK's premium best. We love it.
Yeah.
You're just fucking meme posting on my video now, mate. Shush.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll end it on those couple of interesting stories. End the first half. Still got a few things to chat about. Make sure you join us after this very short break, where we'll hear more about sort of the personal side of FA's life and his plans for the future, and obviously answering some of your fan questions as well. So don't go anywhere. welcome back to the ChatterBox podcast. I'm still your host, Sir Meerkat, and we're still joined here by the man, the myth, the legend, F1 Addict. So, F.A., did you have an interest in graphic design before you started creating like F1 Addict content on Instagram? Or was it something that came with doing that? Or was it something that you kind of learned at school and it moved over to Instagram? How did your love for graphic design come about?
A bit of both, but I've been interested in like when I see something like an animation or some graphics. I always wondered how do they do that, but I'd never tried it. And after F1 got like involved with after I got involved in like Instagram, I started to let me try this, and then it went on from there. Now I know it a bit, not much, but yeah.
No, that's nice. That's nice. So it wasn't really a school thing then, but I know obviously you started the account when you were in school. What was school life like for you? Overall positive? Because as we said earlier, you're from Turkey, so your school experience is probably quite a bit different to myself and other people that are watching. But equally, you kind of don't really know any difference. So I can't really ask you, was it a normal experience? Because it's obviously going to be a normal experience. But yeah, just generally, what was school life like? Did you enjoy it, or was it maybe more of a negative side of your life? What do you reckon?
I really enjoyed school. If I had the chance to go back, I can. I would.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yeah, the high school. Yeah, it was just, especially in the last few years. I started it's 4 years in where I study, and I started at kind of like before the beginning of high school, and like towards the beginning, and then I first got like recognized, I guess. I had like one or two friends that follow F1 knew. I told them because like they follow F1, and they were like close to me. And other than that, I didn't have the need to say it to others, because like it wasn't like something that I ran from, but like there was like I didn't feel the need to show it to them. I post pictures of F1 cars in the end. So yeah, and the way it started to get known in school was I went to the 2017 Baku Grand Prix.
Nice.
And then
good one.
Yeah, it was
good race to be at. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, and then I posted a photo with Bottas on my Instagram, and then some guy was like, kind of mashed it together, and a couple of months later, I went to school, the school opened, and then he asked, "Are you F1 Addict on Instagram?" I was like, "Yeah." And then at that point, I was like, "Yeah, I had like 9,000 followers or something. It wasn't like big, but yeah." And then from then on, people started to know, and like when I went to Bahrain in 2019, obviously I had to miss school, so I was like, I told like the teachers, and then it got, but I had already like 80, 70K. Then, so yeah, everyone was like, "Oh," but it wasn't like I was the most popular kid of the school all of a sudden.
Of school,
but yeah, but people had like, I know like some people from lower grades came up to me and said, "Hey, I like your page," and
that's nice.
Yeah, 5-6 people came up and said, ask some questions. But other than that, I didn't have like a big boom of popularity in school. Yeah.
You'd be like, I was going to say I'm not sure if you will have seen it. Have you seen the movie Mean Girls?
No. I'm not like a big movie person.
It's a chick flick anyway, mate, so I wouldn't have expected it from you. But but I was just going to say, you're like the main, you would be like the main character in that. She's basically like, she runs the school, and she's like the main hottie in school. So you'd be like that hot totty in school with your 90,000 Instagram followers.
Yeah. I wish.
I was going to say that maybe people wouldn't really know of it as much because it isn't like, say, with my channel where my face is all over it. Your posts, at least, you do have some stories sometimes where it'll be you and a driver or you at a track or something, but it's mainly kind of graphic design and photos of other things. So yeah, I can see that it was maybe you were able to keep it under the wraps a little bit more. But the fact that you said it, you didn't want to do it. It was just like easy to do so. But that's nice. I'm glad people didn't take the piss. A lot of people at British schools anyway mainly just took the piss. But it's character building. It's character building.
I remember taking the piss of someone doing a YouTube video in like when I was at sixth grade. So I'm now back. Now 7 years later, I'm doing what I made fun of. So
exactly.
That's
there
life.
You go. The hater becomes the hated. There you go.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't figure it out, but yeah, at least I am successful.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, you're successful from it, so they can't take the piss out of you. So.
I'm kidding.
Let's just move on from that statement now. People like that one. But you had school. You kind of started it all off then, and I'm glad your teachers relatively understood that. Yeah, you going away to Bahrain, missing a couple of days of school. At the end when you actually started to get some decent amount of followers, and it was kind of more business related than you just putting up photos on Instagram. So that's good at least. But yeah, so you had a good school experience overall, very good. But you've relatively recently finished that and moved on to university. Why did you end up deciding to go to university rather than going for the social media stuff full time? And what exactly do you do at university? What do you study? Where do you go? Tell us all about that.
So I study at Netherlands. I study product design, which is kind of related to what I do. But I don't see myself being a product designer, but you never know what the future holds. So
I mean,
it's kind of related.
F1 Addict, you are kind of a product, if you think about it. So
yeah, not in the way I study, I guess.
Obviously, no.
That's like we actually make like products. So not in that way, but you never know. I'm still pretty young.
Relatively transferable.
I might be an idiot. Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't think you are, mate. I don't think you are.
What was the other question?
Yeah, it was. Why did you end up deciding to go to university and study product design rather than just going full time with the F1 Addict stuff?
Yeah, I decided to go abroad. Like 1.5, 2 years ago before I actually went. So I had to start working on it and just the procedure is a lot different in Netherlands than Turkey. In Turkey you just got to go get into an exam and then you basically go to uni. But especially coming from Turkey to going to Netherlands, it's a bit complicated. So you had to start a bit early, and it wasn't like I didn't have any income. Not that I have a massive one right now, but and I didn't have many followers, I guess. If that's like it wasn't something that like if I go and if I'm, let's say if I'm now in like the last year of high school, I might consider doing like taking a 1 year off. But if I at the time thought, let me just sack it off and go do Instagram, it would be a bit stupid, I guess.
Your parents might not have been so happy.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah. So probably the smarter thing of the long term to go and at least have a uni degree there to back up if it all does go up in smoke. But I'm sure it won't. Yeah. You're doing very well at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I think I can make I believe I can make a living out of that, but I don't want to rush anything. So I feel like I have a couple of years to think about it. But
exactly.
Yeah, I'm already nearly done with the first year, so I might as well continue the next 3 years.
Exactly. Yeah, you're there now, and it provides. I know with COVID, uni just generally is pretty shit at the moment, but it will hopefully when things open back up, open you up to loads more opportunities, loads more people to meet, loads more things to try and things to do. So yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
You've got loads of time to think about it and loads of time to do all of these things. So yeah, don't rush yourself and just attempt to enjoy a uni experience. Because although you study in the Netherlands, you're still at home in Turkey, aren't you? Because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just sucks at the moment, mate. But
I kind of like it as well. It's like less time consuming. I just like wake up, and 5 minutes later I'm in the lesson, and then
that's true. That's true. Yeah, there's a lot less walking, which is nice. But also, I do miss the social interaction of it.
Yeah, you don't have to get ready. You don't have to go somewhere and blah blah blah. And yeah, it's like the uni is like 1-2 hours of my day now, which is I'm glad that it is like that at the moment. I can meet with my friends around as well, but at some point you wanna kind of experience the real thing as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I really hope for your sake that you do get to experience the uni kind of experience at some point, mate. I do hope so. What's the COVID like? Yeah, might be. Yeah. What's the COVID situation like in Turkey at the moment? You were telling me just before we started the call that it seems to be getting a bit better.
Yeah. The last time we spoke, we had like pretty hard restrictions. Last time, like a week ago or so, we weren't allowed to go out anytime other than 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That was for 20 years and below. But if you have like the work permit or whatever you call it, like if you have like if you're working somewhere, you can go out. And on the weekends, it's not allowed for anyone to go out. Like you can go to the shops, but other than that, it's not allowed. Now it's basically the Turkish government released a map. Basically, every city has like a color, and if you are not at high risk, or I don't know, we just they just released all the restrictions apart from you can't go out after 9. But it's one of the bigger cities in Turkey, but I don't know what they're doing, to be honest.
Yeah, you kind of got the tiering system, it sounds like, that we used to have, like a similar kind of thing of like different places having different restrictions.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, at least it kind of seems like it's getting better, mate. Yeah, hopefully for your sake anyway. And hopefully in the UK it begins to get better as well. And generally, worldwide things so we can actually, so that you can go to Grand Prix and actually go to motorsport.com in real life and do stuff.
I want to go to Le Mans, like really badly.
That would be good.
Yeah,
mate, if you go, I'm willing to come with. I'm more than happy to come with.
Yeah, I have my first helmet design racing there. I can finally tell that. But yeah, I want to see that. But yeah, they delayed it to August, so maybe.
Hopefully by then, we should be all right. Hopefully anyway. But enough sad talk about COVID. To end the interview, or before I ask any fan questions, for the future, what are you thinking? Obviously, you've got university, you've got loads of time to think about all this kind of stuff. But do you reckon you'd like to carry on doing your own thing with F1 Addict full time? Or do you reckon you'd be more likely to move into a big corporation such as motorsport.com? What are you thinking at the moment? Obviously, it could change. You've got loads of time to decide. But what are you thinking at this current second?
At this point, I have no idea. I can't see myself like in 5 years. I don't know. Like the world is like changing so fast.
It's so crazy at the moment.
Like, it's a bit of a cliche answer, but
we could all be dead by 5 years' time. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, with the virus and stuff. Yeah, like 2 years ago, when you say where do you see yourself in 2 years, I would say I'm in Netherlands. I'm going to some races in Europe now. But yeah, the thing happened. But I would like to do my own company, I guess. But like not like company, but if I had the chance to do motorsport for full time or this account for full time, I would choose mine. But my thoughts can change pretty quickly.
That's fair enough.
So I don't know. We just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's always good to be adaptive anyway, especially as you say, with everything being so crazy at the moment. Stuff can change within like a week, just as your restrictions have in Turkey within like a week or two changed massively. So yeah, it's a bit difficult to plan any sort of future at the moment. But yeah, whichever you choose, mate, I'm sure it'll go sweet. You've got so much talent in the area of stuff you're doing, so I can believe it will all go well. So I look forward to whatever you decide to do in the future, mate. But
what do you want to do?
what do I want to do?
Yeah, YouTube or
It's my interview now.
yeah.
I don't really know actually, mate. I mean, it's kind of you've got these 2 more years of uni left. You're a little bit younger than me. I'm an old man in this interview. But I'm finishing this summer, so yeah, I'm kind of on the hunt now. It's a bit difficult with all the COVID stuff, but I mean, obviously, the main thing would be to want to do my own YouTube and my own social media stuff. That would be the amazing goal if I could do that all myself and be able to be self-sufficient with that. But currently, as it stands, not really looking likely. So attempting to get a job. Hopefully I can get something that's sort of more freelance stuff or maybe more kind of part-time, not full-time stuff, so I can then continue doing my things on the side because I do really enjoy doing the Moto Meerkat stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of the same as you. Not a bit difficult to plan it currently, but trying my best to sort of do everything and anything that I can and get my foot in the door somewhere. But yeah,
but like you're pretty consistent. I think like if you can get like 1 or 2 video to blow up, I think, and in a year you can make it. I think pretty full. Like it's possible. Like how I forgot his name. Tomo. Yeah, how he blew up from like in a year. Yeah, it's pretty possible. Like it takes just like 1 video to.
Exactly. I'm holding out for it, mate. I'm holding out for it. We'll see in some future. But
yeah,
as I said at the start of the video, you've been unbelievably helpful with my thumbnails as well. So I've got to give you another big shout out for that because my graphic design is not really that great, as you've seen when we've sent through when FA's asked me what my idea for this thumbnail is, and I'll send him through like a little drawing I've done on my phone. It's always awful, and then somehow he makes some incredible design from it. So you're leaps and bounds above me in that aspect, mate. So your help has been invaluable, mate. So I do obviously really appreciate that, everything you've done, and obviously wish you the best of luck for the future, whichever way you decide to do, mate. But that's about it for my questioning today, I think. Oh, my camera's decided to die. Yeah, that's about it for my questioning. Thank you very much for being on, mate. All I need to ask you now is a couple of fan questions, if that's all right.
Yeah. Hashtag best fans.
Hashtag best fans. Moto Meerkat best fans. F1 Addict best fans. Just best fans everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, you lovely guys, you lovely meerkats out there, have sent in your questions for FA on my Instagram and my Twitter. Obviously, I'll be doing the same for all my future guests. So if you want to ask a question to any of my future guests, be sure to drop me a follow over there. Links to both of Instagram and Twitter are in the description. But yeah, got a few questions. Got 3 for you today, FA. So we'll start with the first one. At Mayor Dermia _2005 on Instagram, they asked, what is the first F1 race that you watched and what about the sport attracted you to it?
Oh, yeah. I struggled to guess the year when we... Yeah, it was either Imola 2004, 2005 or 2006. It's
okay.
One of them. And
that's all right.
I was like a Kimi Räikkönen. I liked how the McLaren looked, the grey and like the chrome. So I was like supporting Kimi Räikkönen. Nice. I didn't know anything about him then, but he finished like 9th or something. He didn't finish very well. I only can remember that. I don't know. But with the sport, I was a bit of a crazy kid, I would say, and my dad was randomly saw an F1 race on the TV, and apparently that's what my mom said. I stopped and watched. It sounds like a bit of a fairy tale to me, but
such a fairy tale. It's all meant to be.
Yeah, I stopped and watched, and they decided to, like, at least for 2 hours in a week, they decided to get the calendar up and then have me calm doing something. Yeah, and then
so you'd just be absolutely mental unless there's an F1 race on, and then you'd be fine.
Yeah, and then I made them buy I remember those the F1 Racing magazine.
Right.
and I didn't know how to read, so I got my mom to read it to me. Then
kind of a
he was
necessary
like,
part
I
for
remember,
a look at magazine.
I remember her saying like, there was a writing saying Schumacher's career, and I was like, I didn't know what career meant, so I was like, that's not career, that's barrier. That was the only thing I knew. I was like, it was a bit of a mess, but
Amazing.
yeah, that's how I
No,
got
that's
into it.
Nice. Yeah, from an early age as well. You must have been very young then, because you're a couple of years younger than me. 2004. What would you have been like? 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah,
that is proper young.
the first race I watched can't be more than 2006 because I went to the 2005 Turkish Grand Prix, so it must be a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I fell asleep. But yeah.
Oh,
Like,
can't believe it.
I remember I was like arguing with a Schumacher fan, like an Asian mine. I was like, how did I don't even know how did I get into an argument with him. And then I was like, and then I fell asleep. And when I woke up, Kimi Räikkönen won. So I was like,
You were happy at least.
yeah, but
you'd lost all your energy arguing with them that you couldn't actually watch your favorite driver win the race.
yeah, he's not my favorite driver now. But,
oh, no more bois for you.
Yeah, but I don't change my drivers every year like some people do. But yeah, I only had two. But,
okay. Who's your favorite driver now then?
Seb.
Oh,
but don't tell anyone.
Except all the people watching this.
I don't want to sound like biased. That I avoided that a lot from my accounts, but
yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, you gotta avoid the bias.
Now I don't make like biased content now, but I used to make memes back in the day, so I didn't tell anyone.
Fair enough. Well, interesting, story of getting into Formula One very early on and fighting Raikkonen's corner, clearly. So he has F1 Addict to owe to his success, clearly, and is everyone loving him so much. Right, on to the second question. Ely Dow 17 on Instagram, they asked, what do you think about the new regulations F1 are adopting, and do you think they're a step in the right direction for Formula One, or sort of for the future of Formula One? Now, when they submitted this was kind of quite close after we had the announcement of sprint races. Now, your favourite driver, Seb, is being quite vocally against these sprint races, but what do you think, mate?
I mean, he knows much more about F1 than me, but...
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, of course. He's been driving cars more than I live on this planet, but I feel like I think quite the opposite. F1 is like, yeah, he's into the sport. He's a bit of a, I guess, I don't want to say that. How do you say it? He's passionate about like racing and stuff, but in the end, it is like entertainment. So fans need to get entertained. So I want like even like reverse grid races. I don't like want it, but at least like have a go. You know, but I don't know where I heard that, but I heard it from somewhere. In football, like when Manchester United is playing with a shit team, you don't see them like starting 2-0 up because Manchester United is better. Like the qualifying does that. They basically put the fastest car in front.
It's true.
Slower car. Yeah, they must like equal it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I heard that football reference on somewhere, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that one as well from someone. Yeah, but even like maybe implementing something similar to how BTCC does a sprint race, where they'll just pick it out like randomly out of a hat type thing of who gets pole and then where it reverses from whoever they picked out. Something like that could be quite interesting. Controversial. Yeah, that would be pretty controversial.
Imagine Hamilton got like 2 poles in a row.
I've accidentally picked myself out. You look at the balls; they're all just 44, every number.
Yeah. That would be.
Yeah, But so overall, you'd like to see them try new things, basically.
Oh yeah, run back the 2016 qualifying format. Like I want to see them like try everything. It's like COVID anyway. We don't have any like rule changes. We know the result. It will be Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen again.
Yep. We need some excitement in our life because of COVID. Switch it up. Come on, lads. Yeah, I wish we'd got reverse grids. I mean, I'm willing to give sprint races a go, but I wish I had them reverse grids. If you had seen George going from pole, that would have been epic. But there we are. Yeah. I guess we won't.
You didn't
even
get to see that when he's in Mercedes, but yeah.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Stop. Poor George. But that's about it for today, mate. To be honest, thank you very much for chatting with me. And obviously, as I've said, thank you so much for your continued support of my social media stuff and making my thumbnails and stuff. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you go over and drop F1 Addict to follow on Instagram. The link will be down in the description if you somehow haven't already. And also his YouTube channel. He does, on occasion, make some YouTube videos as well, so I'll pop that down the description as well. For you to
Not really, no.
Subscribe to. When you do, they're great. So you want to be subscribed anyway, just so you don't.
Yeah, they get views, but I can't be asked to.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. No, the Instagram stuff is fantastic anyway, mate. So more than happy to just get that. But as I said, if you're not following already, make sure you go and do that with the links down in the description. And otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this episode or listening to it of the ChatterBox podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to my channel as well so you don't miss any of my future interviews. Or if you listen on another platform, make sure you follow me on that platform because then you get updates of when I release a new audio episode. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you meerkats later. Goodbye, guys.